Welcome to the official Butthole Podcast, bringing you movies, video games, and randomness in between. Now bringing your hosts, Scott, the Great Brandino, Gage's Rage, and Star Lamar. And actually, we are missing Scott this week.
Are we missing him, or is he just gone?
He's just gone.
Yeah.
He's not our host today. It's Scott.
I miss him a little bit.
A Scottless Show, episode...
I'm just kidding. Fuck that guy.
Episode 151, boys. We have the NFL breakdown.
The last one was 151.
Oh, this is 152. You're right.
Okay.
Fuck me. Good catch.
Episode 152 coming
Scott,
live.
we need you. Damn it.
I knew we kept him around for a reason.
We have so many in the can that we can't keep them in line.
Can't keep track.
It wasn't just because we wanted to hear about his trade assaults that he does, or the fact that he edits our podcast, things like that. I mean, that's not why.
Second fiddle.
It's because we can't count.
We're stuck at 10 still.
1, 4, 6, fucking 8.
203. Today is the NFL episode. Next week, we're going to bring you a mixture of the NFL and fantasy episode because it gets a little redundant. We just repeat ourselves, and we're just talking about it merely an hour after we did the fantasy episode.
So we're going to plug them all into one episode. I think that'll flow a lot better, too.
But today, we are going to rip through our 3 words or less. It looks like Scott did not update the locks and long shot standings. Bummer.
Did we know who came out pretty good last week?
I have no idea.
It's a close race. I know that. So we'll just keep them going.
I think I was 0 for 0 last week on our locks and long shots.
Yeah, shit. I don't even know who I picked. So
I'm pulling it up right now.
Gonna be exciting stuff.
All right.
Oh, it looks pretty blank there.
Yeah, just scroll.
Well, while you're looking for that, I could read our sponsors of the episode.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. You guys have heard us talk about Shock Fantasy, Matt Harrison's website that brings you lots of stats and information, talks about workload percentages, and just tells you who you should be playing week to week in fantasy football. Gives you some awesome stats about daily fantasy sports if you're into that sort of thing. And if you use the promo code BUDHOLE with a D.
Yep.
Not two T's, as Church said, you'll get a pretty sweet discount. It averages out to about 6.9 cents per day.
Nice.
And yeah, Matt Harrison's a great guy. Go support his website. Go support a Minnesota boy.
He's awesome.
And we're also brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports website where you can bet on prop bets, make up to 10 selections, sometimes 5, depending on the challenge you're entered into. Also, a couple ice picks if they have a Michael Thomas pick and he doesn't end up playing. It'll substitute that pick for an ice pick.
Just like we do on our studs and duds.
And Thrive is pretty sweet. You use the promo code BUD, and they will match dollar for dollar up to $50 with a minimum $20 deposit. Yeah, pretty awesome sponsors, and happy to have them present these shows.
On Scott's sponsor read, he sits at about a 4.6. Gage, he's at about a 5.7. Could have brought a little more energy there.
Oh, I need
What's
like
it out of?
1.2 more.
5.8.
Oh, yes!
That is a good scale.
Yes!
No, it's out of 100.
Damn it. Yeah,
just a little more
this
enthusiasm.
Week, yeah, I'll do less reading next time and more enthusiasm. Yeah. The brain doesn't cross that way for me.
This week, we are brought to you by Thrive Fantasy, your favorite daily prop betting site.
Was that a recording?
I
Or
didn't
did you
know.
just do that right now?
Whoa!
You know what? Apparently, my excited voice is way better than my deep voice. Shanny.
This week's podcast is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy.
What the fuck? We can all do exciting voices. Why are we doing that more?
Scott's reading them.
Yeah.
And our next sponsor, coming to you
know,
live
blah,
from
blah,
the
blah, blah,
morgue.
blah. Hold on, let me see if I can read it off my phone.
Coming from Scott's butthole. No, so
Happy
we're gonna
anniversary, Scott.
happy
anniversary, Scott and Alyssa.
and
And
Alyssa.
Alyssa. Oh, I
Takes
guess
2 to tango.
that's true. I just figured she doesn't listen.
I pulled up last week's locks
Oh,
and long shots. Gage's Rage picked the Titans to beat the Steelers. Rough picked the Patriots to beat the 49ers.
woof.
He also
I don't know.
Picked the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals.
Woof.
Your lock of the week?
Just read them, goddammit.
Was the Bills to beat the Jets.
Woohoo!
Your long shot was the Broncos to beat the Chiefs.
Woof.
I was kidding. None of your stuff is inputted here.
Oh, fuck
here,
yeah!
So I just kind of made it all up. But,
the fact that he went along with it, I had no idea he didn't make those picks.
Says
Tells you how my standing should be during the whole year. I don't think any of us picked. We didn't do the football episode last week.
We picked them.
Maybe you and Scott did.
Yeah. You picked the Titans.
What?
You'd have picked the Titans over the Steelers.
I don't know.
You would have.
There's no
undefeated.
So were the Titans.
Oh, shit.
All right. So we don't officially know what Gage picked.
Or Star, right?
I picked the Titans, the Niners. I have the Rams beating the Bears right now. I had the Chiefs over the Broncos and the Bengals over the Browns. They keep disappointing me, so I'll probably end up going either 2-3 or 3-2.
I think if all of us didn't make the picks, we gotta just wipe the whole week.
I would agree. That just seems fair to me.
Yeah. All right.
Because Scott
Look
would
at
have
how
been
cool
4-1.
Nick Foles is wearing.
Well,
everyone check out Nick Foles' hat on Monday Night Football.
Did you guys hear that Deion Sanders does not appreciate the nickname BDN?
Deion Sanders does not appreciate Nick's nickname?
No. I heard it on Barstool. Portnoy and Big Cat were talking with Deion, and they brought up Big Dick Nick. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's like, Big Dick Nick, BDN. I've never heard of that before. And he's like, you don't comment on a man like that. So he was getting pretty upset about it.
Sounds like Deion trying to... Well said.
Now randomly hit a button.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Is this how he reacted?
Yes. This is actually live.
I think that was
it's a recorded clip.
People listening to Barstool hearing about Deion's opinion.
Deion just didn't want to feel jealous. He's like, I was
Big Dick.
Big Deion.
You don't talk
Sanders.
about
Maybe they need your nickname, Footlong Foles.
Maybe that's a different... Yeah. All right, we'll bring
Maybe
that
that's
one
more
into
acceptable to
the
Deion
field.
Sanders prime time.
All right, well, back to the NFL episode. We are going to rip through our 3 words or less. If you want full details on the games, kind of our opinions on them, how players did, things like that, go to our fantasy episode. Episode
151.
We can count. Back on track. All right, we're going to kick it off. 3 words or less. We will start with Scott's pick of the week. Eagles beat the Giants 22-21, showing a pulse. Eagles showing a pulse in the division that somebody has to win.
That's pretty well said.
It's a faint one.
But it's there.
It's not dead yet.
It's like the girl in the movie who we thought was dead, but turns out she was alive.
In the vacuum bag?
No. Well, that too.
Oh,
the one
spoilers.
Come on.
If you want to know what we're talking about, listen to the movie review.
153.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, probably.
4.
Who knows?
It'll be 4.
Somewhere around.
The Saints beat the Panthers 27-24. Gage's rage.
Teddy welcomed everywhere. If you guys saw it, he did pretty damn well coming back to New Orleans. I think us as Minnesota fans have said Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty nice guy, easy to cheer for.
Absolutely.
I let my mom date him.
They even said it on the broadcast.
Sure.
If he's into that sort of thing, Teddy's welcomed everywhere. And if you saw it, he made a little scramble, ran into the Saints sideline,
Sat on the bench.
Ended up on the bench right between Taysom Hill and Drew Brees. It was pretty awesome.
He kind of did it at a weird moment in the game where they were down.
Kind of driving back.
A little too chummy in a situation where they weren't winning. But, hey.
You like to see
welcomed.
the friendships over the game.
Yeah. Bills beat the Jets 18-10. Star Lamar.
Boring bass game.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I think we all knew the Jets weren't going to do anything. Kind of surprised people had the lead at halftime, I believe. Game of field goals for the Bills. Bills look like a completely different team than they were the first 3-ish weeks of the season. 3-4 weeks. 3. I'll give it 3. They might be in trouble if they start to play some better teams. They looked like shit against the Titans. And, it was a boring Bass game. Bass had a bunch of field goals, though.
6 of them.
A couple missed ones, too.
Browns beat the Bengals 37-34. I'm going to call it Baker battles back. Came back. OBJ went down. Obviously, their top target. Landry played all right. Higgins played all right. Harrison Bryant played all right. But they all played all right because of Baker Mayfield. 5 touchdowns, over 300 yards, 30 points in fantasy this week, which was by far his best, doubled his point total. And not to mention that they were down with less than a minute left. Drive down the field, and he throws the game-winning touchdown on a dime. I think, was it to Higgins, or was it to the other one?
Donovan Jones-Peoples.
Peoples-Jones.
Donovan Peoples-Jones. I mean, just an absolute perfect pass, battled back, maybe shutting up a few haters. Moving on, we have the football team beats the Cowboys. Was it 25-3? That was 22.
No, it's 25.
25-3. Scott says,
one and done. McCarthy will be fired after one season if he makes it that long. And that McCarthy is the old Green Bay Packers coach who is now the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Fun little stat for you. Aaron Rodgers without Mike McCarthy, 18-4.
Ooh.
Mike McCarthy without Aaron Rodgers, 2-5.
Not good. Not good for Mike.
Do you think
McCarthy.
He's done after 1 year?
I don't necessarily agree with that. You can't coach through. Injuries happen, but your star quarterback and your second string quarterback going down to injury kind of sucks ass.
It does, but 49ers.
Fair enough. There's also a lot of talk about players, kind of creating an uproar against McCarthy, saying some stuff like he's not prepared, he can't coach through this stuff. And there was a lot of that talk going on with Garrett as the head coach last year. So at some point, maybe you stop pointing the fingers and accepting the blame.
Garrett also got like 5 decades out of that team after he should have been fired. So
Was
they
it
don't
that
really
long?
pull the
I
trigger.
thought it was 6.
6 decades?
I think so.
They don't like to pull the trigger on firing coaches. They might change their mind, but they brought in Mike McCarthy to be the guy. I think they give him more than 1 year.
I'd agree. With Dak going down, it's hard to fire a guy after 1 year, but the way they've been playing with the team they have on paper, although their defense is hot garbage, and that's being nice, I think he probably gets 2. And if he doesn't improve next year, it's done.
Fair enough.
Moving on, the Packers beat the Texans 35-20. Gage's Rage.
I got Addams Family.
Say it right.
The Addams Family.
Dun,
Dum, dum, dum.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
The reason I picked the Addams Family, Addams is the father, and he made the entire Texans his son. They looked like children out there, man. He could not be stopped. That long touchdown, his second one of the day, I believe, was just impressive. He caught the ball, split the safety. Cornerback can't do this. He was right by him. 6 yards of COVID distance. They kept theirs. Adams was an absolute monster.
All right, next one. We have Star Lamar. Lions beat the Falcons 23-22.
It happened again? If you're an Atlanta Falcons fan and you're not drunk right now, you got to be feeling pretty bad for yourself. They, kind of tricked you a little bit after playing the Vikings and thought, maybe we fired our coach. Those bad times are in the past, but they were wrong. They gave up another big lead. Stupid mistakes. Todd Gurley scoring the touchdown, allowing them to even have a chance when they could have ended the game on a 12-yard field goal. Didn't happen for him. Still lost the lead. Atlanta sucks again.
I did see, I don't know if it was a parody tweet or not, but I think it was the Falcons owner tweeting about the Falcons' new uniforms. How they got a lot of hate before the season started, but how it encapsulates the entire Falcons franchise. Where the red is the lead that they have, and then it slowly transitions into the black, the despair after they lose that lead.
That's not what he said.
That's what the tweet said. I don't know if it was fake Photoshop, but that is what that owner said about that. And I don't know. He's kind of a hip young guy. I think he's not young.
Arthur Blank.
He's a hip guy for his age. He's hip and with it for what an owner is these days. I thought that was hilarious.
I'm going to say 100% that he did not tweet that.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, fact check that. Gage's Rage is probably wrong here, but
I sent that.
the hit
to
percent
the
is
group
pretty low.
Message.
Oh, you sent it,
but it wasn't even by the owner.
Are you sure?
We'll fact check that. Moving on.
While we go on to the Steelers.
Steelers beat the Titans 27-24. Gost Ski.
The
Rough.
teaser pays?
The teaser pays off. We teased it in the 151 episode. Misses a game-tying field goal to send that game into overtime. Some kicker woes this year. He's battled back. He's had a decent season after missing like 4 field goals in one game, but that's a big one that you have to hit that could keep your team undefeated. Now, they are going to win their division.
Texans,
they're what,
Jaguars.
5-1 now. Colts are the only ones that are really battling them, and I think they hands down beat the Colts twice. But nonetheless, rough.
The tweet was by Wes Blankenship.
So his son?
No, Arthur Blank.
Oh, fuck.
Rodrigo's brother.
He's a staff writer for something.
Oh, well, that was funny.
Yeah.
Next game, Bucks beat the Raiders 45-20. Scott says, "Rich get richer." Bucks win again with AB coming into the fold and Gronk looking like the old Gronk. They're the team to beat. I have to scroll down.
In the NFC right now.
In the NFC right now.
And Team Money scored again.
Tyler Johnson. Tyler, if you're listening to this, and I'm sure you are, come on our podcast. We'd love to have you. I'm going to tweet at you again tonight. I'm going to tweet you every day.
Come on, the butthole.
Hell yeah.
Sounds way too dirty.
It's a D, not 2 T's.
Okay, all right.
Come on, the butthole.
No, you can't use
that
a
sounds,
sexy voice.
No, that sounds cleaner.
You thought that was sexy, Gage?
Oh, shit. I'm about to be turned on.
He's never turned off.
True.
So someone get the hose out. And spray this man down. Sometimes if it's hot enough, he sprays back.
Oh, fuck. You have to pay extra for that.
Chiefs beat the Broncos 43-16. Gage's Rage.
This rolls perfectly into this one. Messy, sloppy snowfest. It was a gross game. It was wet and wild. And the Chiefs' defense, special teams, absolutely dominated. I think it was an opportunity sort of thing. Their defense has kind of been suspect this year.
Little sus.
But they showed up against the Broncos and absolutely dominated Drew Lock. And just had a heyday. Return game.
Locked him down.
Maybe that's better. Locked him down. But messy, sloppy snowfest.
That works. That's better. I like it more. Jaguars beat the Chargers 39-29.
No, he wrote that wrong.
Yeah, he did. God, why do I just read things? I feel like Ron Burgundy.
Chargers definitely won that game.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. The Chargers definitely beat the Jaguars 39-29. Star Lamar.
First of many. Herbert got his first career win. It was against the Jags, but he's had a lot of close games. He's putting up crazy numbers. He's the quarterback of the future there. Sorry, Tyrod. Another not fair shake for you in your career. I think this guy is going to be legit for many years. He's going to get a lot of wins. Justin Herbert's the man.
49ers beat the Patriots 33-6. I'm going to call him soft as Charmin. That's what the Patriots are right now. They're soft as Charmin. They melt like butter. And I'm sure there's another way to say that.
Soft. SAWFT?
Yes.
Soft
drink. I did see some hate on Church's Twitter. He called them soft, and a listener, a tweeter, follower, came out and he's like, it's not fair for you to call them soft because you've never played. They're professional athletes. They're elite. They're putting their bodies on the line. To not play well is one thing, but to call them soft is another. And so now Church is not going to talk about video games or football anymore because he's never created a video game and he's never played professional football. So he's done. Thank you, Twitter.
Is that
follower.
his response?
Yeah. He's like, I guess I'm done tweeting about video games, talking about them because I'm not a developer. I've never made one, and I guess I'm done talking about football. And it looks like K-Fan's going dark too.
Bastards.
Soft as Charmin. Moving on. Cardinals beat the Seahawks 37-34. Scott.
Thank you, COVID. Without COVID, this game would have been the Bucs and the Raiders, which was an absolute snooze fest. Instead, this game had Scott glued to his seat the entire game. And it was an exciting one. It was an overtime thriller. It went almost the whole distance, 9-ish minutes of overtime played. I think they were in the
almost
final
the whole
minute.
thing, yeah.
Yep. And it was a game-winning field goal by the Cardinals after the second try. On the second try. So, yeah, pretty exciting game.
The second down field goal did not work out for them.
Worked out for me. I'm happy about it.
You got that point.
Half a point. 0.8.
The one
all I needed.
The lead.
The last game Gage's Rage has, which is on TV as we speak, the Bears versus the Rams, currently up 10-3 in the third quarter with 10 minutes and 27 seconds left. Gage's Rage, do you have anything to say about this game so far?
Donald's unstoppable. That guy is just tough to block. He's definitely creating havoc. And the Bears are a good team, I'd say. 5-1. Foles has been doing some good stuff. But, yeah, the way that the Rams defense rolls with Aaron Donald is pretty tough to beat.
Maybe he's not footlong Foles anymore.
Well, if he could top this team, it'd definitely be worth it. Game left.
How perfect would it be for him to get a 1-yard touchdown to win the game, or maybe a 1-foot touchdown? Oh, that's what I'm waiting for.
Call him footlong Foles for real.
For a reason. Well, that wraps up 3 words or less, because that is all the games this week. Bye week included our beloved Vikings, which allowed us to watch
all the games.
Great
games this week.
The Red Zone package, which is just
top notch.
You're 6 to midnight the entire time it's on. It's just amazing. The Witching Hour.
The Witching Hour was so electric this week. Yeah, this week it was awesome. 3 o'clock to 4. I
don't even know what a saying is, but it's like when winners become winners and when losers become losers. I don't know. It's not quite as elegant as I put it, but
the Witching Hour is a real thing. This week it paid off.
Scott has the standings with team draft updated.
We could just skip that.
Yeah,
I don't think we need to talk about that.
Coming in 4th to first place, Gage's Rage with 18. Coming in 3rd place.
You're saying it wrong.
First to last was Gage's Rage. Second to last was the Great Brandino with 20 wins. Third to last was Star Lamar with 30. And I think he just makes this shit up, but he's got 32, Scott. So he writes the numbers down, so
someone's
it's got to be
check
accurate.
This shit, and it ain't going to be me.
He would never take advantage of anything.
Definitely not a fantasy owner joining a league for the first year.
No, he wouldn't do that.
No.
That's a fair deal. Now we'll move into our locks and long shots, and we'll wrap this podcast up. We'll start with the Steelers at the Ravens. Scott takes the Ravens. I take the Ravens. Star takes the Ravens.
I don't want the Ravens. I'm going to take the Steelers. I got to make some games up here, boys.
Yeah, you do. Rough shape.
Steelers are undefeated.
Fair enough.
I don't know why we're all going on the Ravens bandwagon.
It is in Baltimore.
Ravens are too.
No, they're 5-1.
Oh, yeah, they lost to the Chiefs. That's right. A little sus.
The last remaining undefeated is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is correct.
Give me the Steelers. On the road. Tough pickup. I might gain a game on y'all.
Second game, Saints at Bears. Scott takes the Bears. I take the Saints. Star?
I'm going to take the Saints. I don't believe in the Bears team. They had good wins. They've played good games. I just don't think they're actually good. Cooper Kupp dropped the ball. I'm
going to take the Bears, actually. 5-1. They've beat some good teams. They've definitely got a solid defense. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun matchup for sure. And the Bears are at home.
The 49ers at the Seahawks. Scott takes the Hawks.
Star takes the Hawks.
Gage takes the Hawks.
And the Great Brandino takes the 49ers. Ooh. Not only because he needs this win in the yearly pick'em, but they play tough in divisional matchups, and Niners are a good team. They have a good defense, and if their offense can be somewhat decent, I think they can pull us off.
You think the Hawks lose back-to-back games?
I think it's possible.
At home? No, it was in Arizona.
All these division matchups in the West are tough. there's not a bad team in the NFC West.
That's fair.
I kind of want to go back to the Ravens-Steelers game, if I could. I know we're going to make this short. But there was a big thing that happened that we haven't had a chance to talk about. That was the Yannick Ngakoue trade.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of a difference does that make for Baltimore's defense?
I think it helps him out.
Yeah?
I do.
Is he an immediate starter?
Yeah.
2 weeks. I think he'll get
They
sprinkled
got him
in.
at the bye.
He's a pass rusher, dude. You don't have to coach up a pass rusher. You put him in on third downs.
I think he's going to play more snaps in next week's game versus this week's game.
That's fair, but he will be starting this week. What I don't get is how can they keep trading for pass rushers? Calais Campbell last year, and it's not like
this year. They traded the fifth in the offseason.
Yeah, sure, sorry. But it's not like their team is lacking pass rushers. I mean, they always draft pretty well. The defensive, I guess they lost Pierce, the defensive tackle. But, yeah.
But that's why they got Campbell.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're getting him for, but they're pushing for playoff wins.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this right after we do our locks and long shots, because I have a few things to say about it.
Sure, fair enough.
Lock of the week for Scott is the Chiefs over the Jets. His long shot is the Dolphins over the Rams. Gage?
I will take my Bills Mafia to beat the Patriots at home as my lock, and my long shot, I'm bleeding purple. Give me the Vikes over the Pack.
You're wearing green.
You just hit your chest and said purple.
Purple. I bleed purple. It's in my heart.
I am also taking the Chiefs over the Jets.
Easy lock.
Scapegoat.
Should be easy. Heck, we're going for wins here, says the second to last and third to last, first to last people.
Yes,
going for
that
wins.
is us.
I'm right behind Star with one game.
And for my long shot, I am taking the Detroit Lions over the Indianapolis Colts. Detroit Lions were a swift drop ball from having a winning record right now in week 1 against the Bears. And they're sitting at 3-3, easily could be 4-2. I think they're actually a legitimate team.
Fair enough. I'm going to take the Bucks over the Giants as my lock, and I'm going to take the Patriots over the Bills as my long shot. I think they're going to try and pull it together this week. They have to. And the Bills haven't beat a good team yet. The Patriots don't seem to be a good team, but I think they're going to do it.
You're
Bucks
definitely...
Giants is just as big a cop-out as Chiefs over Jets.
You are definitely not welcome.
It's not as big of a cop-out. 19.5-point favorites.
19.5, dog. That's not even close, all right? And you're definitely never welcome on Bills Mafia hype train, all right? I'm the caboose leader. I'm the caboose leader.
I'm doing this for Bills Mafia.
I'm the captain now.
Do you see my record?
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
They got to be favored by over 7. Bucks.
The Bucks are favored by 10.
Yeah, pretty cheap picks.
It's a safe pick.
There's what a lock is supposed to be.
Whatever.
What's the point of
rules
calling it
rules.
a lock?
See, I wish we were betting $10 or $100 on this, because you guys would be winning like $105 on your $100 bet, where I could actually get like probably $150.
Well, we are going to start betting the lines at some point.
Let us know. Send us an email at officialbutthole.com. I knew I forgot something there.
Well, we have officialbutthole.com, which is our website.
Yeah. You could message us on the website at officialbutthole.com.
Or tweet at us. Malcolm Brown.
Hell yeah.
You have Henderson.
What?
You were excited about it when he got 2 touchdowns last week.
Who, Brown or Henderson?
Henderson.
Who was the bet with? I'm so confused.
We have to look it up. It's not worth looking up right now. We'll look it up at the end of the year if I win. So the Vikings trade, what, a third and a fifth? They get a third and a fifth.
In return.
For
Conditional
Yannick.
fifth. Not sure what the condition is.
For Yannick Ngakoue.
Yes.
We traded the second to get him, right?
Yep.
So the first trade was obviously bad. 5 games, 6 games?
Yeah, but let's just go in a time machine, right? Gage hasn't invented it yet, but he's working on it. We're just going to pretend, though,
You got the
we're in
bowl?
a time machine. right? Not even 2 months ago, we're sitting here stoked that we just got Yannick Ngakoue. Yeah. All our hopes are high. We think we're going to have a good season. Fast forward 6 weeks, not the case. So you can't look at it and say that was a terrible deal, because at the time, we thought we were going to pair him with Hunter, and we're going to have this scary as hell pass rush, and everyone was stoked on it. We can't look at it in hindsight and be like, that was stupid. Why did we give a second rounder for him? The season didn't go as planned. A lot of shit happened to make that the way it is, and it ends up being a shitty trade, but we got something in return.
I think the third rounder, like you said in the group chat, it's going to be higher than the conditional pick.
Yeah, than the compensatory pick.
The compensatory, that's what it was. And then if we get that fifth, like you said, I don't know what the conditions are on that one either, but if we get that, we're now getting a higher third and a fifth rounder instead of letting him walk and then most likely getting a third rounder. Yeah. We're getting more value out of it. The first trade didn't pan out the way we hoped it was going to. We also thought we were going to have Hunter and Barr, and we thought our safeties were going to be able to help mask the bad cornerbacks. It didn't work out. So we're recouping a loss, but we're getting more out of that trade than holding on to him not re-signing with us, and then just getting a lower third-round pick.
If you think Yannick was going to re-sign with a 2, 3, 4 win team that we could potentially be after bitching his way out of Jacksonville where they sucked, you're on crack. He wasn't re-signing with how disastrous the season has been.
Not a chance.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If you throw enough money at a guy, you can make him say a lot of stuff.
What money?
Jacksonville wouldn't. He wouldn't do it in Jacksonville. They were throwing money at him. They weren't
throwing the money at him.
They were throwing money at him. He said he wanted out. He doesn't want to play for it. This organization sucks. He gets here. He's excited as we were at first. He learned quicker than I did how shitty it is to be a fan of the Vikings.
The difference is our organization, I don't think, sucks. It was just our team sucked this year.
Yeah.
Because we have a better organization than the Jags, by far.
That's true.
Now, it also seems to be that Harrison Smith, Riley Reif, and Kyle Rudolph are all on the trading block right now. Harrison unfollowed the Vikings on Twitter and Instagram, which just kind of seems to be the telltale sign that something's coming. And I bet you it's this week.
It's the 2020 way of demanding a trade.
I'm sad about it. Yeah. I love the Hitman. He was an idol growing up. Gage has a Smith sweatshirt. I loved watching him play. It was fun. I understand him not wanting to be here during a rebuild at the end of his career. I don't blame him for that. It would suck to see him go, but I'm not going to stop rooting for the guy unless he goes to Green Bay.
Always going to be a Hitman fan. Getting my last use of the sweater while he's still on the team.
And we talked about a few spots. We don't really know where he could go. There's a handful of options.
It'd be a contending team. I think it's got to be a team that's got a first-round pick. I feel like we're not going to give these players away. We definitely need to get some value back. So what it is, we'll end up seeing. I don't know if it ends up happening. Maybe it's just
It might just be talk.
Gotcha.
Exactly. It could be, but I know we'd save some cap. Definitely getting rid of Reif, him, and Rudolph is going to open up some money. And I heard that if we were to cut Cousins and just eat his contract next year,
a lot of money,
we free up like $58 million going into 2022.
Next year looks like shit, though.
It does, but you would say that you have a really good draft pick this year, likely a high draft pick next year, and then you have these young corners with 2 years under the belt. Things would be looking up in 2022.
Yeah,
easy to say.
The outlook has definitely looked more like rebuild than championship caliber.
Sad. We are on pace to be a really good team in 2028.
Ooh.
Because every 10 years, we make the NFC Championship game. That's a fact.
Fair enough.
But that's all I got for this one. It went a little bit longer than we were expecting, but we have a few things to talk about.
I do have hold my feet, hold my beer.
Oh, no.
I texted you guys, and I said Baker Mayfield is the quarterback I want right here. Give me the Baker, give me the comeback, give me that dub. And he did it. So hold my beer on that shit. I'm not totally out of Brown's Mafia or Brown's hype train. And
Dog pound?
The dog pound.
You don't even know what their hype train is.
I'm not totally out of it. I got like 2 feet, one in each train.
It's got the toe in the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this water warm? I might jump back in.
I'm rooting for those dogs. So I think Baker is going to be pretty good. We made the butthole bet, I believe, in the fantasy episode.
We did that. Baker Mayfield will not end QB 12.
That's
overall
the side you're taking.
Or higher. You have 12 or higher. I have 13 or lower.
Yes.
Through 8 to 16.
Yep. And I think I take that one. I think Baker's going to come alive and he's going to start slinging the ball all over the field. So
it's
give
possible.
me Baker Mayfield.
All right. I'll hold your beer for now.
Hell yeah.
All right. That's all I got.
Go jerk off.
Boy. Check out our website, www.officialbutthole.com. We're on all socials at officialbutthole. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Music, and we'll see you next time.
Is it Taylor rap?
I didn't see 3-4? Yeah, rap. That was good teamwork.